Yo, what's up everybody? Garrett with Stone Cold Tactical. We're about to do a review over the Kore Essentials Everyday Carry Gun Belt. I'm really excited to do this review for you guys and for myself because as everyday carriers, we're always looking for that new belt that's going to give us, that rigidness and that stability that we want, but also that comfortability factor. Those are pretty much the things I'm looking for when I look for a new gun belt. Everything I've read up on Kore Essentials, it looks like they've hit it out of the park with this one. Nothing but great reviews on it. So I haven't opened this up yet. We're going to open it up, go through all the components, do some draws, give some honest feedback. Can't wait to do this. Let's go ahead and get into it right now. All right, so I got the box open. It's going to look something like this. All right, took the belt out already, but it's going to come with your instructional manual. You got a nice protector sleeve for the belt itself. It comes with a belt hanger. You have the tools needed to put the belt together, a little Allen key, a couple extra screws. You will need scissors eventually to cut. It comes with a nice little belt loop to go on the end of your belt to tuck in that excess. This is one thing they added to their new belts because of the customer reviews, so they're ever changing. That's one of their slogans. They're always changing it up to meet the customer's needs. So good on them. I like companies that do that. And then you have your belt buckle. I think it's like one of 8 designs. It feels solid materials. They're called hardcore materials that they use. The grade 1 titanium, stainless steel, and then zinc alloy. And so they're not skipping on any materials there. It's well constructed, feels solid. It is a little heavy, so we'll see once we put it on if that plays in any factors for the comfortability factor. And then you get your belt. All right, I went with the Wolf Gray. Very sturdy, very rigid. It doesn't feel cheap at all. You got the nylon on the outside, and then they have like a power core inner lining, so it's a 2-belt system, and it feels very, very nice. It has your notches on the inside here to where when you click in and tighten it down, it's got about 42 notches on there, so a lot of play there. And then on the inside, it has like a little ruler to where you cut. So that's cool, a little factor for you to make it easier on the cut. If you're a 28 to 54 size waist, this is gonna fit you. And we'll get into all the little cuts and all the dimensions that you're gonna need to make this belt effective for you. But first impression, this thing is awesome. And it's held up to all the reviews so far that I've read up on. Can't wait to cut it. We're going to get into that now and fit it to our bodies. We're going to go over that process. Can't wait to put this on. All right, so let's get this thing cut and sized. Seems really easy from the instructions. So first of all, I'm a 34-inch waist. If you're going to inside the waistband carry, it recommends adding 6 inches. If you like to indulge some cream pies here and there, maybe 42, 41, you can never add onto the belt. You can always take away though. If you're pushing that 54-inch waistline, it says not to cut it at all. Go ahead and put the belt buckle on, fit it to you, see how it feels, and then you can cut inch by inch until it fits good for you. I just used regular scissors. I went ahead and cut the 40 inches and cut really easy, no problem at all. And then you're gonna just take your belt buckle. All right, so you see the set screws. You wanna back those out a little bit because they're gonna be tightened down. You're not gonna be able to get the belt all the way to the end where it needs to be. All right, so back those out, undo the little flap, that's the teeth, that's what's going to grip into the belt. Take the part that you cut, go ahead and slide that in. It's going to fit nice and tight in there. Go ahead and take the teeth, snaps down, it's secure, but then they also made the set screws, like I said. I really like that double security feature. Just to really hold that belt in there. It's not going to go anywhere, but we'll test it. All right, set screws are in there. Let's yank on it a bit. That's not going anywhere, it's really in there. So I really like that. We're going to go ahead and put the little belt loop flap in there. It just Velcros and it runs freely along there. All right, so the belt's pretty much constructed. All right, so you're just going to go ahead and put it in. You're going to hear the clicks, and then you just push forward on this little latch here, and it undoes, loosens the belt there. All right, and you just click back in, go ahead and put it in the belt loop, holds it down. This thing is sweet. I'm really excited to put this on. Let's go ahead and do that and do some draws. Okay, so we got the belt on. Just so you know my loadout, I'm running a Tier 1 concealed Axis Slim with a sidecar with a Glock 43X. So I put the belt buckle centered, okay? So I wanted to get that view first because that's what a lot of people look for. Can I wear the belt buckle in front or do I have to put it off to the side? So this is what it looks like. This is a pretty small shirt I'm wearing, but you can see it prints a little bit, all right? It's doable. I mean, this is a small shirt. If you're wearing a larger shirt, definitely doable. Definitely more of a sweatshirt if you're gonna run that belt buckle in the front. I'm gonna switch it to the left side. Let's go ahead and see what that looks like. Okay, so we switch up the position of the belt buckle itself. It's no longer in the center, it's off on my left hip. And that's what a lot of people complain about is I have to wear this belt buckle now, it's on my hip, it's digging into the hip when I sit down or move around. And that was something we identified earlier, that this belt buckle, even though it's well made, it's just maybe a little too big, maybe a little too heavy. But I'm moving around, I'm squatting, I'm moving around, I'm not feeling that belt buckle at all. It stays flush onto the hip, it's not protruding out. It feels really good. So this is how I would run it if I'm going to be using this belt. The print is significantly less than before. You're still going to see it just because this is a smaller shirt, but it feels really good. There's not a whole lot going on here. All that is over here and it stays flush. It's really nice. So we'll do some draws, see how it feels. Okay. I'm not getting a whole lot of movement when I draw and put it back in the holster, so that's good. So no issues at all. It's staying put. There's no sag. I'm really liking it, to be honest. Really well designed belt. We're going to grade it here in a second, but from what I've felt with the draws, like I said, no movement. It stayed in place. I really like it. Okay, so that concludes our gun belt review from Kore Essentials. I hope it helped you out with your decision making. I would highly recommend this product. I'm going to be making the switch to this gun belt for my everyday carry. You can't get much better than the Kore materials that they use. The reliability, comfortability of this product, and also I think it says a lot about the company that they actually respond to their customers and adjust their product accordingly. That you don't get that much around anymore, and I think it's awesome, good on them to be doing stuff like that. The only knock I'm going to give it is the belt buckle. Wearing it in the front, it's going to print more, it's going to be a little more uncomfortable, but what a small inconvenience to just have to push it off to the left. You know, I'm not going to knock them hard on that. Everything else is phenomenal. So go to Kore Essentials, pick you up one of these belts. They're only around $60, very inexpensive. If you have any other questions for me, comments, go to stonecoldtactical.com. Check out what we have to offer over there. Get you some swag from the swag store. And I hope you stay safe, and we'll see you next time.